Okay, so this is our first video that we're trying to do here with a page of the Mishnah and Gemara, a page of the Talmud. And as we do this, we will kind of be trying different things on the fly and seeing what works. Today you're going to be working with a chavruta on your Chromebook, and tomorrow you'll be meeting with Rabbi Teller for a chance to learn a little more in depth together. Today there's going to be three activities you're going to do with the Chromebook. Okay, activity number one is labeling a piece of Gemara text. If you flip in your packets that I gave out to page number one, on page number one you have a piece of Gemara text just like this from Masechet Megillah. And if you'll do me a favor, the first thing I'd like you to do is just to make a circle around the daf that we're on. We are learning daf Kaf Aleph Amud Aleph. So just make a circle around that in any color, shape, or form. And just recognize that that is the daf. Okay, oh, look at that. It makes it into a nice circle for me. Kaf Aleph Amud Aleph. Like we learned the other day, right? Every single page of Gemara text is actually two pages, a front and a back. So this is page Kaf Aleph, which is page 21, and that one little dot tells you it's side A, or Amud Aleph. If we flip the page, which I don't have in front of you, it would say Kaf Aleph, and there would be two dots here, signifying that it's Amud Bet, 21, side B. So there's 21A, 21B, or Kaf Aleph Amud Aleph, Kaf Aleph Amud Bet. Okay, that's really interesting. So in the top left, it tells you what daf that we're on. A daf is a page, again, that has both a front and a back side. Starting with bet, and depending on how long the Masechet goes, it could be in the 100, it could be over 100 pages. In the case of Masechet Megillah, I think it's in the 30s. But that's the first thing that I wanted to point out to you. The second thing is I'd like you to take out a highlighter, and unfortunately the highlighting feature doesn't work very well on a page of Gemara like this. I've tried it a few times, but what I'd like you to do is to highlight in a different color. So I'm going to choose now, let's see, we can keep blue for this one. I like this nice blue color. I want you to highlight the Mishnah. If you have blue, you can color it blue. Otherwise, pick a different color. But I'd like you to highlight it a different color. Whatever color you choose, I want you at the bottom of your page of Gemara just to make like a little key. So make a little thing of blue and just write, equals, and then in this case, Mishnah. Whatever color you use for Mishnah, just be consistent. And I'd like you to highlight the Mishnah that color. So in this case, I'm going to highlight it blue. Again, if you have blue, that might be the easiest just to follow along with me. To highlight your Mishnah blue. Now, like I explained in class, right here, this bold line and this kind of space over here signifies a new perek. And a new perek will always begin with a Mishnah. So even though it doesn't label here that this is a Mishnah, this word hakore, we know that it's a Mishnah because it's the first word and the first section after a new perek, which again is over here. If you look a little further down, you'll see a big Gimel Mem. That's short for Gemara. So right there will be the beginning of the Gemara, which means that everything that comes before it is the Mishnah. Now I've tried to do this a couple times. It doesn't always come so cleanly, but we'll see. But if you just, again, I'm going to box it, but I'd rather you highlight the whole thing. And just like I said, the highlighting feature doesn't work so well, is to highlight the Mishnah. We'll see if it makes it into a nice box at the end. I'm not promising that it will. For me, we'll try to do this properly, but please highlight the Mishnah one color. And again, please make a key at the bottom of your page, just so that I know that you're being consistent. And that is that did not turn it into a nice shape at the end. But over here is the Mishnah, starting with the word hakore, going all the way to this word uleacharea. Okay, that's going to be the first section we learn together, and we're going to be doing that a little bit later on in the Chromebooks, but also with me when you learn together with myself. And again, if you use whatever color you used, so just explain on the bottom that color equals Mishnah. So just write that on the bottom. And now you've just labeled the Mishnah, which was in what year? Hopefully you said 200 CE. Okay, fantastic. I'm going to now pick a different color. Maybe we'll use, let's use some yellow maybe. Yellow will be the color that we use for the Gemara. Next, I want you to label the Gemara a different color on your text. And again, just make a label on the bottom. Now Now, of course, it's not working for me. Here we go, now it's working. Okay, so just make a new color over here and say that that color equals Gemara, which you can do. And we would make a circle around the Gemara. All this text down here is Gemara. And actually, it's going to go on to the next page as well. But I don't want you to box it. Rather, you highlight the Gemara a different color. Just so again, I see that you're already starting to label the differences of the Mishnah. I see I covered up some of the piece over there, but that over there is our, oh, that's how I made it into a nice little box at the end. Maybe it's because here I made little lines afterwards, like that confused it. Very good. That is our Gemara. Again, minus those words over there. So just be a little careful. Maybe I can just cut it in a little bit. Yeah, it's not going to really do it for me. Okay? That piece is the Gemara. Again, minus those words, B'Torah Mevarech Lefanei L'Acharei, which is part of the Mishnah. Fantastic. So we have our Mishnah right now in blue. We have a chunk of Gemara text in yellow. Let's just pick one additional color right now, just to highlight the Rishonim. Maybe we'll pick a nice green color. Right? We have Rishonim on the sides of the Gemara. Right? So on a side over here and a side over here, we have a section of the Gemara. Let's just turn it into our pen again. Hopefully it gives it to me. Okay, right. This is our some of our Rishonim, which again started in the around 1000 CE. So I'd like you to highlight the Rishonim in a different color, like we said, the inside of the page. So this would be the inside of the page, right? Assuming there was another page over here, this would be the inside of the page. Is the commentary of Rashi. So we'll make a nice little circle around Rashi. Let's see if we can get it all the way around. Come on, this is kind of cool now. Okay, so I'd like you to just color it one color, the commentary of Rashi. Oh, that made a nice box around it. Fantastic. And on the outside, which will be over here, is again a Rishon, or a group of Rishonim called the Tosafot. Okay? Right? So I'd like you, if it's possible, oh, and I see what I just did here. Now it just stopped it. Stopped my line. Great. We'll just delete that one. Maybe just actually help out a little bit. We'll pick a slightly different color. Maybe we'll use orange. This is again another Rishon. Oh no, don't take away my circle. Right? We'll use orange. We'll just color. It's really this entire piece, but it goes all the way to the end. I'll just do part of it. All of this up here is the commentary of Tosafot, and I'd like you to highlight it in a different color. And again, it would be great if you could write down on the bottom again, so that orange would be a Rishon, and you can say that it's Tosafot. Try to straighten that out a little bit. And what do we have? We had green was the commentary of Rashi. Okay, again, please just label it on the bottom so that I know you know what you're talking about. So here you just labeled a piece of Gemara. We figured out what the Amud was up here on the top. We have our Mishnah labeled in one color, our Gemara text labeled, and two Rishonim. The inside being Rashi, please mark that somewhere. The outside being Tosfot. And right there, that just gives you a nice little piece of what you're looking at when you see just a bunch of letters all over the place. Now, hopefully, it's been broken down a little bit to give you a slightly better sense of what you see when you look at a page of Gemara text.